My name is Nasim Sabs.
You eat, when you want to eat, but you don't eat. What do you mean? You want kebab or chicken breast?
I'm being discriminated and filtered on YouTube, and I'm not the only one.
Nasim Aghdam shot 3 people at YouTube Tuesday before killing herself.
As a small YouTuber, I have my own grievances with YouTube. It can be a very frustrating platform at times, but as frustrated as I've felt, I've never been so angry to commit the serious crimes that Nasim Aghdam did at YouTube's HQ on April 3rd, 2018 when she shot 3 people and ended her own life. But who was she and what made her commit these crimes? Born on April 5th, 1979 in Urmia, Iran, Aghdam immigrated to the United States with her family in 1996. She was of Iranian Azerbaijani heritage and a registered member of the Baha'i faith, which essentially emphasizes the spiritual unity of all humankind and shares core principles like peace, equality, and harmony among all religions and peoples. Although it would appear in this case she did not follow those teachings as strictly as she wanted everyone to believe. Although she and her family fled because of their Baha'i faith, which was a faith that you were prosecuted for following in Iran, she never felt happy in the United States and would air out her grievances on her YouTube channels. Her videos made her relatively famous among Iranian YouTubers and viewers at that time as she gathered a decent following. She was strictly vegan and strongly advocated for animal rights. Nasim operated multiple channels in Persian, Azerbaijani, English and Turkish. Her videos included vegan cooking tutorials, fitness videos, music parodies, as well as her more graphic anti-animal abuse footage. She also attended protests that were against animal cruelty. Her beliefs formed the foundation of her videos as she felt it was her purpose in life to try stop animal abuse and educate people on why the vegan lifestyle was the only way to go. She was known for having a very eccentric personality, and she was very passionate about the topics she covered on her channels. She was also very critical of people who ate animal products. Over time, Aghdam began to believe that YouTube was censoring her content, reducing her ad revenue as a result, and reducing her income. Using her own social media pages and personal websites, she accused YouTube of filtering her channels to limit views, demonetizing most of her videos. She also publicly protested, claiming with a sign that YouTube had a dictatorship policy and was being discriminatory and suppressing truth. She also would receive a lot of criticism from her Iranian viewers who claimed she was crazy, and she would respond that they were in fact the crazy ones, not her. As time passed on, she became completely convinced that YouTube was censoring her purposefully, and her anger grew more and more with each passing day. Prior to the attack, her father reported her missing, warning that she might go to YouTube's HQ because she hated the company. Nasim felt at that point and time that YouTube was ruining her life and she wasn't going to let them get away with it. On January 16, 2018, Aghdam legally purchased a 9mm Smith & Wesson automatic pistol from a gun dealer in San Diego. By March 31st, she was reported missing by her family, and police would actually find Aghdam on April 3rd at around 1:40 a.m. sleeping in her car in a Walmart parking lot in Mountain View, which was around 30 miles from YouTube's headquarters. The officers at that time did not suspect her to be a threat, and she was let go. Police would later say after the incident that she was calm and cooperative, and said that at no point during a roughly 20-minute interaction with her did she mention anything about YouTube, if she was upset with them, or that she had planned to harm herself or others. Nasim reportedly told police that she was currently living out of her vehicle while she was looking for a job, which was a common occurrence in the Bay Area, which has struggled with a homelessness crisis, which is why finding her in the car homeless wasn't seen as a red flag by the police. That following morning, she went to a shooting range to practice while workers at YouTube's HQ went about their day totally unaware of the events that would occur later that day, a day they would most certainly never forget. At approximately 12:46 p.m, Aghdam entered YouTube's headquarters through a parking lot and opened fire in an outdoor patio area, injuring 3 people. She then died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. She didn't have any specific people she wanted to shoot in mind. Her main goal was to hurt YouTube, so it was down to just pure bad luck to the 3 people who were shot.
The 2 women wounded in the attack here have now been released from the hospital. The 3rd victim, a 36-year-old man, remains in serious condition.
Thankfully, at least no one died from their injuries except for Aghdam herself. A coroner's report found that Aghdam died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the heart, finding no evidence of drugs or alcohol in her system. Usually with a shooting, and which at that time to police seemed random, it would be suspected that the suspect would be high on drugs as an explanation for her actions, but this was not the case with Aghdam. The incident leaves a lot of unanswered questions, especially when the police were warned that Nasim might be heading to YouTube HQ by her father. Perhaps the police could have prevented this tragedy. It's also very rare to see a female shooter. An FBI study of 160 active shooter incidents between 2000 and 2013 found only 6 incidents, or 3.8%, were perpetrated by a female shooter. Now, it also clearly shows that Nasim needed professional help, because no one in their right mind would react the way she did to the perceived discrimination and injustice she felt was against her. Now, I've covered many YouTubers who have committed serious crimes, but this is the first time I've covered one that involved a YouTuber attacking YouTube itself. And I'm sure any YouTuber would agree with me when I say that YouTube can be a very frustrating platform to make content on sometimes, but that would never justify the horrific crime she committed that afternoon at YouTube HQ. The YouTube algorithm is a tricky one to figure out. I've been on YouTube for a couple of years now and I still have no idea how it works. To me though, it's unlikely YouTube purposely reduced their traffic and revenue, but we can't really know that for sure. I can most certainly understand her anger towards the platform, but there is absolutely no justification for her actions. YouTube has since improved their algorithm as well as their revenue stream to the creators, because at that time YouTube was pushing back against any video that was promoting hate or violence, and unfortunately some people were unfairly demonetized too. It's far from a perfect system, and it's just the nature of making content on YouTube. Essentially, you just don't know how videos will do, and it can be extremely annoying when a video doesn't get the traction that you want it to, especially when it's a source of income for a lot of creators who are totally reliant on that income. It did certainly raise questions about the relationship between content creators and platforms like YouTube, especially concerning monetization policy and transparency between YouTube and the creators. It served as a dark reminder of what can happen when people feel powerless, unheard, and pushed to the edge. When poor mental health is left untreated for long periods, it can make people do things they never thought possible. To make content, you need to have a thick skin and not let it consume you. As frustrating as YouTube can be at times, her actions were a clear sign of someone who was not mentally well. Nasim's story is a tragic one for her victims, her family, and for the tech community that could never have seen it coming. Was this a result of poor mental health or platform injustice, or maybe a deadly combination of the two? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But that's it guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe as always if you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit of a shorter video this week. I'm noticing a trend where there seems to be a lot more YouTubers committing crimes than I realized. I've covered a lot of YouTubers that have done a lot of kind of, you know, child molestation and grooming and things like that. That seems to be the most common kind of messed up crimes that a lot of YouTubers commit. But I haven't come across a lot that have committed like attempted murder. So it goes to show that, like, you know, as frustrating as YouTube can be, and it certainly can be, the way some people, if they just aren't mentally well enough, can be pushed to do things that they really should not be doing. And, you know, obviously the victims of these crimes thankfully didn't die, but I think her committing such things is beyond atrocious. But that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.